Too much money and too much fame makes people do some really crazy things. I've been thinking about this. When people reach a certain stage of money and fame, they seem to fall under one of four archetypes. Number one is the escapist or the hedonist archetype, where people chase new kinds of adventure that will bring them a high dopamine rush. This could be harmless things like travel and luxury, just indiscriminate amounts of spending on things that they want. This could also sometimes border on things that impact other people, like indiscriminate sex or substance abuse, things like that. Then, as number two, you have the power hungry persona who basically feel like they don't have any rules anymore once they make a lot of money and have a lot of fame, and they end up in the Epstein files, more or less. For these people, money removes all friction, fame removes all accountability, and nothing is really challenging anymore. No normal thing is challenging. So they go about seeking challenges that are well beyond the imagination of regular people. And hence, it's inevitably about doing illegal things, breaking the law. And then you have the third category, which is the existential seeker. Now, these people come into a lot of money, they don't need to work anymore, and all of a sudden they start questioning the meaning of life itself. If you guys remember Vinay, one of the co founders of Loom, after they sold the company to Atlassian for nearly $1 billion, he wrote this blog post about how he's rich and he doesn't know what to do with his life anymore. He definitely was purpose hunting for a bit. He even tried things like, I want to work at an early stage company as an intern. Well, no one's hiring a hexamillionaire as an intern, buddy. The crazy thing is, I knew Vinay when he was just a struggling founder in his normal phase. I met Vinay and Joe, who were the co founders of Loom. I even worked out of the early Loom office in San Francisco. We were comparing notes on virality and how to get early users and early adoption. At that time, we were just starting to get early adoption for our platform. So it was just a regular conversation. In fact, we're still using the bookkeeping firm that Vinay introduced us to in 2018. But over the years, I certainly watched how success transformed him, and then eventually it led to a little bit of a collapse with this blog post. The fourth archetype is the missionary or the world saver. Now, these are people who feel like they've seen a lot, they alone know the truth. People who don't believe them are just not seeing the truth yet. Doomsday is coming, AI is going to end the world. We're just not ready to see it yet. The head of AI safety at Anthropic just left, and he published a memo on why he's leaving. And apparently, world is ending, and before that, he wants to go pursue poetry and philosophy or whatnot. Apparently, XAI is having a similar crisis. Lots of people are leaving. Look at this guy. He joined in January and said great things about it, only to turn around a month later and say that he's leaving and that all AI labs are just the same. The common theme of all these archetypes of the rich and famous is that they're so self absorbed. This is going to need a part two.